Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Katie So Curly. My name is Katie, and if you're new to my channel, go down right now and hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time about when I had coronavirus or COVID-19. Alright, so let's get right to it because this is going to be a little lengthy story. So it all began when I was in school, and you know, I see the movements, I peep the movements that school's closing, this virus is like spreading, is getting really bad, and you know, it doesn't feel real when it's not really happening around you. And when it first was like blowing up, it hadn't hit like New York City yet. So I was like, all right, I was like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, but you know, I'm safe for now. Cool. So school closed, and it was like March, and I'm ecstatic. I'm like, oh my god, summer is starting early, I get to go home, be with my family. You know, I'm in my head, I'm not really processing like there's an actual virus going around. And yeah, I'm thinking, oh, school's closed, back to the crib, I'm gonna have fun, like I'm gonna see my friends. Yeah, so okay, cool. I come back home, and you know, I'm with my family, and point is that I start going outside. I start meeting with my friends, I start chilling with them, we start, you know, going out and like whatever. We literally are forgetting that there's like this whole virus that's spreading. So all right, 1 week passes, you know, it wasn't that bad. It was like maybe like 3 cases in New York City. So we was like, all right, you know, like all right, it's getting here, but it's not really fully here, so I'm still not grasping it. So I keep going out. I remember I was going to my friend's house like every single day. I'm talking about every day. When she got home from work, boop, I would go to her house. When my other friend got home from work, boop, we would meet up and go to her house. Like it was just, I was outside every day. Then I see that the numbers are going up, and you know it's real when your mom turns on the news and they have like a count, like they're counting the number of cases and like the number of people that are like dying from the virus. That's how I knew, like, oh my god, like all right, that's crazy. And we also had a curfew. So I don't even remember, this is how you know I was not following the curfew, because I don't even remember what time the curfew was. I don't know if it was 8, if it was 10. The point is that there was a curfew, and I would always come home after the curfew. Like there was this one time I'm at my friend's house, and we're literally like, oh nah, like we violated, because we see the cops are like in the corner, we hear the cop sirens, and I'm like, how am I gonna get home? You imagine I come out and they just arrest me, they're like, or they give me a ticket and they're like, you're past the curfew. I would have been tight. I remember running home that day because I was scared. I was like, at the end of the day, I'm past this curfew, so if they're gonna give me a ticket and they see me, they're gonna give me the ticket. They didn't give me the ticket. They didn't even see me. But the point is that I was going out every day, and I was not really understanding that this virus was real, it was spreading, and you should stay home. I was definitely one of those people that was not staying home, and I admit that, and that's my fault. Point is that I spent like a good 3 weeks outside every day. 3 weeks, it might have even been a month, like a full month. And I remember my boyfriend kept telling me like, you're wildin', stay home, you're bugging, this virus is real. If you get it and your family gets it, you're gonna be tight and you're gonna be upset and you're gonna feel guilty. And I just remember telling him like, chill bro, chill, there's not even that many cases yet, and nothing's gonna happen to me. That's the type of mentality that I need to change. I be thinking that I'm indestructible and I'm invincible, but in reality I'm not. I was not no invincible, because 2 weeks passed by and your sis was dying in her bed. Let me tell you how it began. So my brother came home one day and he tells me, my mom, my dad, he's like, oh, I just got tested for the virus. And my parents were like, no way, like you don't have that, because he was actually the one that was like always like up and running, like he was always out. So he didn't have like no symptoms, he wasn't showing no symptoms, but the fact that he was always outside, that scared him, and that's why he got the test. Okay, so a couple of days passed by and he tells us that he's positive. When he told us he was positive, we all looked at each other like, yep, that's it, we all have it. Everybody knows that we all have it now, because Hello, my brother was here with us the whole day. Like, we would all just talk and exchange, and you know, like, it was, the germs were flowing in my house. So we knew for a fact that if my brother had it, we all had it. So that's when I go get tested, and my sister-in-law gets tested. We all get tested, and I come out positive. And I just remember looking at it and I'm like, no way do I have this. And I remember the day that I came out positive with it. I don't know why, but I was in my sister-in-law's house, and it was as if nothing ever happened. It was as if nothing was happening, and it was all good. That was the day that we made mad TikToks. Like, I don't understand. It was like we were celebrating. I don't know for what, because I was really in my bed crying of how much pain I was in. And I was just like having these chills. Like, I remember turning on the AC, turning off the AC, sweating, turning on the AC, going to shower, sweating, hot, cold. Like, it was just, I was like, bro, this body temperature is not it right now. Then after that, I got like this really bad headache. It wasn't even a headache because I suffer from migraines, but that was something out of this world. My head felt like it was exploding. It was a migraine times 100, and it lasted like a whole 2 weeks. Like, it was not just a little migraine that goes away in a couple hours, hopefully a day. No, every day I woke up with a migraine, went my day with the migraine. It was just bad. Then after that, one day, one of those days, I wake up and I go to my living room to eat with my parents. Oh, what happened was that I tasted absolutely nothing. I was putting food in my mouth and I'm like, what is going on? It was literally flavorless. I couldn't tell if something was sweet, sour. I couldn't smell nothing. I remember putting alcohol up my nose and I could not smell the alcohol. I remember putting soap like up here and I still could not smell nothing. It was nothing at all. I tried to smell the most like potent smells that I could find and I still could not smell nothing. I was going crazy. Like, honestly, I was getting like an anxiety attack. You know how crazy it is that you can't smell alcohol, vinegar, ketchup? Like, I was like, bro, everything that came in my sight I tried to smell to see if like, nah, I'm gonna be able to smell. Like, this is not okay. I know I lost mad weight during that whole period where I had like the virus because I didn't want to eat. Why would I want to eat food that I can't taste? My mom would try to make me feel better by making me like my favorite foods, and I'm like, sis, thank you, like, thank you, but I'm not even gonna eat this because it's just gonna make me sad. If anything, make me something that I don't eat that I should be eating so I can eat it, because I'm not gonna be able to taste it. It was literally like just feeling the textures in my mouth. That's how I was eating. If I liked the texture in my mouth, then I would eat it. So while I'm in bed and I'm like suffering and I feel like I have the virus, my boyfriend would be on the phone like, oh, I know you have it, like, look at the symptoms you're going through. And I would be like, nah, I'm good. But mind you, I knew it in my heart that I had it because the pain that I was feeling was crazy. And I would just like, you know, I would be like, no, I'm okay, you know, like, to not get nobody worried. But then the next day I had these really bad body aches, really bad. Oh my god, I was walking as if I had not learned how to walk because the pain was just hurting every step that I took. Like, it's just undescribable. I remember my back was hurting me. I laid down, it was hurting me. I was up, it was hurting me. I could not move. It was just really bad. You know, I got the test results back. I remember telling my boyfriend, I'm like, yeah, don't say I told you so, but I got the virus. And he was just like, you see what happens. And what am I supposed to say? I can't say nothing. But at the end of the day, it was my fault. I was going out every day. I was going out every single day. I would still wear a mask and a gloves, but that don't mean nothing. I should have just stayed home. So after I got it, I spent like almost 2 months in my house trapped without seeing nobody. There was this one day, I'm not gonna lie, that me and my boyfriend, we met up, and it was like for a quick 5 minutes. Like, it was so low key. Like, it was like at 6, no, it was at like 8 in the morning. And he came, and he just came to like see me, but it's been like 2 months. He came to like see me, and bro, my son was geared up. He had his mask, his gloves, a hoodie. I was like, damn, bro, like, you really making me feel like I'm dirty right now. I remember when I left his car, I see him like hand sanitizing and like making sure the area I was sitting on was like clean. I was like, There was this one day that I was really bad. I don't know why my stomach hurt. I was just like throwing up. I don't know if that was related to the virus, but I was going through it. I was getting like panic attacks after anxiety attacks after panic attacks. So I feel like all that stress just made me like vomit all the time, because I was vomiting a lot. My parents had me doing every home remedy in the book. I remember they boiled in a pot. It was like lemon, oranges. Then they put like menthol, however you say that. They put that in there, and I had to like put my head basically in the pot with a towel or like a rag over my head, so that like the vapor that's coming out of the pot stays inside, so that I could be able to just like smell it. And I remember I had my head in there and my face was like sweating. I remember drinking like these teas that I've never even heard of in my life, and I was just over it. Like I was crying. I was like, bro, like why did this have to happen to me? I remember it got to the point where I even called my priest, like the priest from my church, and I was like, sir, you need to do some hard praying for me. And let me let y'all in on a little secret. I still cannot smell or taste. Before y'all think I have the virus again, because you could get it again, even if you got the antibodies, I went and got tested and it said I was negative. So I'm just confused. I want to know if I lost my taste buds and like my ability to smell for life, because this is ridiculous. This is getting really ridiculous. My friends will be like, oh, here, smell this, it smells good, and I'd be like, I can't smell. And they're just like, bro, what is really going on with you? So no lie, I'm at the point where I'm about to go and see a specialist, because I really cannot keep doing this. It's been how many months? It's been like 6 months now. I got it in March and we're definitely in August going into September. So even though I was having a really rough time during all of that, a couple of good things did come out of me having to quarantine for so long, and one of them is actually starting my YouTube channel. I've been wanting to do YouTube for so long, but I've always been like putting it off, but that's just because I was scared to actually give it a try, and because of quarantine, I had nothing else to do, and I said, let me just go. Let me just start. Let me put something out there. Something else that was good that came out of quarantine was the amount of time I spent with my brother. You guys don't know, my brother passed away like a month and a half ago. And during quarantine, I was actually staying at his house for like a whole month. I kind of stayed in his house. We all had the virus, so we would all like quarantine together. So I guess quarantine wasn't all that bad. It was like 20% good, 80% bad, because I did feel like I was dying. No joke. I'm not even trying to be funny. I really felt like I was gonna lose my life to the virus. Thank you guys for watching my story time, and if you aren't subscribed yet, please go down and subscribe. Like, comment, do all of that. Ask me any questions. I'll respond to all of them. I'll see you guys next time on my channel, Katie So Curly.